must have found something.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid?
I'll go and find...
Thank you. So the plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's area.
That should be enough. You have the... I have the... I know. Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. No one knows Herblord like Tyr. And fortunately for you, I do.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Business is busy. Still. Words are immortal. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. All done?
How are you doing? Here you go. Think you can help?
Yeah.
What's everyone whispering about?
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wish...
I think I'll wait till mid's well to take a tour.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places. If only we knew for certain by what...
Well, keep at. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a...
Clive, have you got a minute? We And a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dhalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dhalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dhalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dhalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The Litlins have been up to their...
It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics, and which is why I came. To learn the full...
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith de Port Isolde.
I was. Aye.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent... Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Lid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang.
You're not going in there alone?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalimil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalimil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay.
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle.
We shall.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Get surrounded. This one. Go for it! This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be.
Slavers don't even bother with Northridge.
Cole.
Just about.
Doris sent me to find you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northridge.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. I want to help them, Cid. But we're
You made the right decision.
The goblins may still...
You have duties to attend to here.
And please...
I won't. Don't. They're trying to get into the carriage.
All yours, Torgo!
A friend. Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had...
Why should we run?
Perhaps. Freedom. Safety.
Cid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a set.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Cid.
Thank you.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Stand a chance.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. We were so eager to be there when your brother arrived. that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe. There she is, the good old Dalimil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead Skim, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
The outlaw! Take him!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
for your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawlers said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Why is the tavern shut?
Who's this blue blood? One of Cid's associates?
Family, more likely. little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, what if I just waited? Or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got...
No. What cash?
We all know.
Cole, I never doubted. Thank you. I sometimes... But...
You will.
I hope you didn't have too much.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And you're the... What? And even six...
Curse breakers lead hard. They toil in the shadows. Risk, and yet we never won for volunteers.
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife.
It's natural. Thank you.
I'm fine, Clive, really. I just need some rest.
I worked the merchant ships before I came here.
Why is the tavern shut?
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Needed to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Hanging lanterns! Keep it up from your door!
Anything I can help you with? Allow me. My good man, we're seeking to expand our business in the...
Well, we're best known for our bar.
Thank you. Oh, no. Well, thank you all the same.
Dalimil is famous for its spas, its markets, and its smithies. Somebody at one of those,
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of Rosina...
Never heard of her. Is that...
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finder smith. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's got all the right...
The Briar's Kiss, you say?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
It's fun anytime soon.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy. Anything I can interest you in? Here you are. My thanks. Go with Gilbert.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm a long-standing pillar of your
Then you should ask for... He's been here for years. Try the baths. That's...
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furta knows. Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
And what
She was a close friend of mine. I was...
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange...
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it. Go for it! Forget your training! All yours, Torgal! It's over.
Who are you working for?
He wanted us to
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furta?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his...
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Weights and pots! Bowls and...
Fresh bread.
The juiciest meat from Greens. It would make a fine gift.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of...
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furta told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man... 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalimil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalimil. Excuse me. Is it true?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalimil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from the soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal. The men of the Rock throw their money.
Is that so?
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you?
Thank you. Huh?
By the sands. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. But not here. What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain where you're...
Bait, my boy. One cannot... And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I had no luck, of course. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized...
So the pearl...
I thought they'd ask for more. A small price to pay. But enough about my little act.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, and put an end to the trouble.
Ha! That... It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a rot... I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream.
Lighting, for Gilbert's sake! You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool.
Why is the tavern shut?
Faster!
Quietly now.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord! What is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Yet, Uncle! Good! I'm just getting warmed up!
Nice try.
Well, how'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the...
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene... such a shame you didn't have more of an...
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's... I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade...
This was the trouble you spoke of. The Men of the Rock.
Well, indeed it is. The people of Dalimil had scarcely any means of redress against... Until you two... Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You... It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. Well, Clive, you held up... To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. And those left behind have been...
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers.
Oh, dear. As I really...
And my name is not Greybeard. It is...
No. Thank you.
Double the...
Here. Where... Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be...
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalimil is back in bed with Sid.
Umia Lostelan. Tuisa Kelith.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey, sir.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Even forged a button. Perhaps.
I wouldn't put it.
Oh, so I'm stupid.
I could give you. I know how. So.
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep.
The way I see it, we need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of. There's the butcher. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools. All right. I'll talk to everyone.
All right.
Let's hope there's something.